Draw one by the Jets, and it was put on immediately, came off the stick of Minot. Like we said, 10 goals on the year for Minot. Chance right there again on a rebound, but they can't put it in. Down in the corner, Shaker Colonie trying to add to this 2-0 lead they've already built up. And they'll drop it back in the corner. It was Minot, Joe Minot, on the backhand that was putting it in that time. Swings around, and Mike Minot has it in the corner now behind the goal. Can't get anything going. Now it'll be put out into the slot, but a miss on the pass. Trying to clear the zone is Clarkstown. Can't do it just yet. And it'll be held in. That time it was Chara doing the work. Chara on the far side boards. Pass across, shot in the slot, goes just wide, and it would have beat Levy if it had been on target. Clarkstown chance to clear, and they will do so through neutral ice, eventually getting it into the attacking third. The left was the one that had it there. Now it's over to LeSueur. LeSueur in the circle gets a pass into the middle, and eventually be picked up on the back and slung around the boards. Mike Gillespie has it on the far side. Can't get anything going though and drops it off. Stuck in the corner. Now it'll move across to LeSueur. LeSueur back behind the net. He'll lose control there. And be picked up by Clarkstown trying to get something going. Gillespie had it again, but he was knocked to the ice. Now it's back to LeSueur. Now out to the point. They go into the circle, picked off by the Jets, and they'll come back out and neutralize. Bring it up is Mike Minot. Leading scorer dumps it off, and he will be... Nope, they won't be able to get the pass back to him. Looked like they were trying to get it back to him as Egan, but he was knocked off the puck. Flipped out. No, they won't get it out. Shot on Levy right here, and it's going to get stuck in his pads, and the save is made. Initial try on the drive there was by Matt O'Connell. 8:38 left to go in the first period. 2-0. Shaker Colonie in front. Draw one by Clarkstown. They'll get it out in neutral ice. Leading the charge this time will be Adam Myers. Myers up the left side, looking to get a shot off. Does, and it hits the side of the netting and goes back behind. Backhand pass in front, nobody there. Now we'll have a drive from the point. It'll be stopped by the defense in front. Coming up through neutral ice, potential 3-on-2, but they'll dump in, and that time it was Vitrone who made the play on the dump in. Over to the far side. Vander Linden had it for a second, couldn't get it out of danger, and he'll hit the ice now as Clarkstown tries to get it out. Can't do so as Sean Leach holds in for the Jets, and now it'll go back to the neutral ice, and backing up will be O'Connell. O'Connell actually dumped this one in, and it'll go back to Dixon at the back for Clarkstown. Dixon tries to break out along the left. He'll go up and over and get it out in the neutral ice, but Shaker Colonie is there ready to corral it and bring it back in. Matt O'Connell now he'll get the pass across, and coming in for the Jets will be Leach. Leach tries to get a pass, hard check there on the side, and he goes down, loses control. They'll hold in onside, but Dixon has it. Now he'll get it out this time as it's touched around mid-ice. There's not going to be an icing here as it did hit a stick right at the mid-ice stripe. Flipped out, and we have potential 2-on-2 developing here. Driving in will be Caruso. Caruso's shot goes high and wide, and Shaker Colonie has it going on with 7:10 left in the period. Popped up and hits the glass. 2-0. Jets in the lead. Working along the near side boards, finally getting the dugout, and now we're back in the neutral ice as Clarkstown flips one in across into the corner. They'll get a change of a couple skaters for both as the Jets grab it behind their own net. Now they'll break out, led by Serafino. Serafino had a pass. He tried to go off the boards, but he lost it. We're going to have a delayed offside here. Or excuse me, maybe a hand pass. See what the call is, but we're going to have a stoppage with 6:46 left in the period. Face off in neutral ice. We said 6:46 left. 2-0. Jets in the lead. Draw will be won by Shaker Colonie, and they will bounce it out and go high. Eventually gloved down on the side by Adam Myers, but he can't keep control, and now Mike Minot brings it in and dumps it in for the Jets. They're running to Dixon. Like we said, they had offsetting Majors only 17 seconds into this one on a big tie-up in front of the Clarkstown goal. Dixon has it now, brings it in, left side circle, shoot, and the glove save will be made by Riddle right there. And he's still, well, actually, that's probably either the first or second time he's really been tested in this one. With 6:19 left in the period. Face-off one, shot on, and Riddle has to knock it away into the corner. Good try from the point there, and Tossie goes in pursuit. Now a chance in front again, and they get one on. Once again, doubled their shots as Gillespie put that one on goal. Hand goes up. We're going to have a penalty against Shaker Colonie on a tough hit on the far side. Boards touched up before they get the extra skate around. We're going to have a cross-check called against the Jets. And let's see who they're going to send to the box this time. Finally, everybody gets out of the box, and now we're going to send somebody right back in, as Jeff Bink is the one that's going to get a minute and a half for the cross-check. The Jets will be on the short end of a 5-4 right now as Clarkstown tries to get something set up, held at the back by the Jets, and now fired along the boards, and Dixon's going to hold in right at the blue line for Clarkstown. In the near side circle, Shaker Colonie trying to get it out, but it'll be
Jeff Bink for the cross-check at 9 minutes into the first period. That's Bink for the cross-check at 9 minutes into the first period.
So shot on, saved in front by Riddle, and knocked out of danger by the defense. Breaking through is Shaker Colonie. Chance in front. Shot and save made. Still a chance there, and Dixon was there to make the save. Try came from Eric Egan, who outraced two to get it in. 5 minutes left in this one, 35 seconds left in the first period, 2-0. Shaker Colonie in front, bringing it along the right-hand side. They'll put a shot on, and this one's going to, nope, they're not going to be able to cover this one up, and it's still loose in front of the Shaker Colonie goal. Backed up, and now another try for Clarkstown, trying to get through the slot. Can't get the pass into Tossie, and it goes into the corner. Shaker Colonie trying to work it out along the far side with O'Connell. O'Connell can't get the job done, and Leach now works along against the point man. O'Connell once again doing work in the corner. Now Leach back out to the point as it's dumped back in behind the Shaker Colonie goal. Grab there, can't get it out though as the penalty comes to an end. Mike Minot was doing some work, excuse me, not Mike Minot, that was Mark Matson there. There goes my notes poorly written on that one. Mark Matson playing defense behind the Shaker Colonie goal. And the penalty comes to an end. No harm, no foul on the cross-check as Bink comes out of the box. Back into neutral ice. Now we're starting to get a little more fluid here. Game's starting to loosen up a little bit as both teams now know what they bring to the table. Hit there at mid-ice. Controlled by Clarkstown, and they'll get it in. Oh, probably was an offside there, but no hands up. And we'll continue to play. Back to the neutral zone, can't get anything going. Now we'll have an offside against Shaker Colonie and a face-off coming in neutral ice.
Shaker Colonie first goal scored in 59 seconds of the first period by number 22, Andrew Serafino, assisted by number 10, Jake Giron, and number 24, Eric Egan. Shaker Colonie second goal. Scored in a minute 33 seconds of the first period by correction. Shaker Colonie second goal scored in a minute 33 of the first period by number 7, Sean Leach. Unassisted. That's Leach unassisted on the second goal.
There you go. Now we know who officially has those first goals. I can still try and figure out the penalty from the wild first couple of minutes at the break in between periods. 3:15 left in the first right here between Shaker Colonie and Clarkstown. 2-0 Jets in the lead. Breaking out and bringing it along our side is Kevin Egan. Egan loses the handle. Eventually fired towards that by Caruso, but it goes into the corner off a couple of deflections. Back out of neutral ice as they'll change one skater for Shaker Colonie. Try and get it along that right side to Bink. Bink can't get it though. Now they'll change the rest of the line. Dumped in once again, and now we're gonna, nope, they're gonna say he was back onside, only momentarily on the delayed off, and Clarkstown's gonna be able to clear their zone. Now they're dumping, we're having delayed offside, now the hand goes back down, as Shaker Colonie going back and forth, almost running sprints between the goal line and the blue line. Fired up along the glass, back into neutral ice, and Shaker Colonie dump it in again, but this time it's going to be grabbed before he hits the end boards by Brett Chase of Clarkstown. Back into neutral ice, this time bringing it in for Clarkstown, but it'll be stopped, and Bink will have it back the other way, and now they get it over to Vitrone, shot on in front, blocked by the defense with just over 2 minutes left in the period. Dumped in by Clarkstown. They'll change a couple of skaters. In pursuit on the near side is Adam Myers. Myers makes the initial touch and gets it back to Dixon. Dixon backhands it, and down into the corner, handled there by LeSueur. LeSueur across, can't get it in. No, they will keep it in, as a nice stick play was made there by Jake Lewis. And the hand goes up, and we're going to have another penalty here, and it looks like we're going to have a high stick penalty against Shaker Colonie. Mark Matson in the box for a minute and a half. 1:43 left in the period, so they won't carry this penalty over. Defense makes a nice play. Now we have a breakaway chance for Shaker Colonie. Wrister goes just wide to the right. Chance there for Eric Egan to try and get the third of the period for the Jets. Clarkstown will calm it down, now bring it up. Pass away from Gillespie, and they try and go through neutral ice, lost there, and Chara dumps it back in, takes some more time off the penalty against Shaker Colonie. 1:10 left in the period.
13-17 of the first period. Number 16, Mark Matson. It's a high stick on Mark Matson at 13-17 of the first period.
So now 1 minute exactly left, as it is covered up at the back by Levy. 48 seconds left on the penalty. Draw will be won by Clarkstown, and they'll try and get it out and do so. Like we said, they're on the power play, and they haven't been able to set anything up in the attacking third. 43 seconds left. Harassment provided by Mike Minot of Shaker Colonie. A couple of brothers on the Jets, so if you keep hearing the first name, just trying to keep everybody straight on the ice. 27 seconds left in the period. Now 13 left in the power play, and actually most of this one has been played in the Clarkstown third. Clarkstown finally emerges with it. Like we said, no mascot for Clarkstown. They couldn't decide between two, so they went with none instead of a combination. Penalty runs out, and we're down to 10 seconds left in the period. Chance from the point, but couldn't get much on it, and it was Brett Chase. Backhanded, and we're going to end the period with Shaker Colonie ahead 2-0. I'm Ben Myers from TimesUnion.com and the Sidelines blog. We'll be back with the second period and what happened at the beginning of that first in just a minute.